Hi everybody, it's Kasha Dupuy from the Niagara-on-the-Lake Public Library, and we're here for this week's STEAM Storytime. Yes, so welcome. Hi everybody. If you are signing on, say hi in the comments. I'd love to see who's signing in and who's watching today, because I'm very excited about this week's STEAM Storytime. We're going to talk about squirrels. Yeah, squirrels. Everyone's seen a squirrel before. There's lots of squirrels in our area. So we're going to read a couple stories all about them, and then we're going to do a really quick and fun multimedia, mixed media squirrel craft. So we'll just wait another minute or two just before we get started with the STEAM story time. But just in case you didn't know, STEAM story time stands for science, technology, engineering, art, and math, and sometimes environment for the E. So we're going to be focusing on those topics in any of our story time stories. And this week we're going to be learning about some animals, which are part of the environment, and they're squirrels. Yeah. Okay, so let me flip over the camera. So let's see. Hi, everybody. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. So again, my name is Kasha Dupuy, and I'm from the Niagara-on-the-Lake Public Library, and we're here for STEAM Storytime, and we're going to read about some squirrels. So if you've noticed, I am back in the library. It's a very busy day actually today. So if you see some people walking past, if you hear lots of noise in the background, it's just a busy day with computer appointments and some curbside pickup and that kind of thing. I also have my mask here, so just because I'm on the camera right now, I do have my mask when I'm moving around the library, because masks keep us safe, right? And then just a couple more things. If our internet drops for some reason, don't worry, I will be right back as soon as I can. If I can't, I will just continue recording this as a video, and then I'll post it to our YouTube channel. So if you can't stay the whole time, or if something happens to our connection, I will be finishing and posting this on our YouTube channel, which also has all of the other STEAM story times we've had. So on like a rainy day, something fun to go and check out. Okay, so you know what? Let's get started with our stories today. So I have two. We're going to read these two today. We're going to start with this one. And this one, I changed the way I'm going to hold the book today. This one is all about the season we're currently in, and it is called Through the Forest in Fall, and it was published in 2016 by Sterling Children's Books, and this book was written by Anne Pasche. So thank you very much for letting us use this book in our STEAM Storytime. I love these books because they have this kind of clear, you can see through. Hi guys. You can see through them. They're really neat. Okay, we ready to start? So this is Through the Forest in Fall by Anne Pasche. What kind of animal is that right there? That's a not a squirrel. It's an owl. So let's see. Wise Owl was thinking about winter. Hello, squirrel. The cold weather is coming. What will you eat? We're gathering nuts, said Squirrel. We bury them to dig up later. A tasty treat for a cold day. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Squirrels like the cold, but I wonder what my little bird friends will do, said Squirrel. We line our nests with warm feathers and moss, and we snuggle up close. So there's the squirrel gathering nuts so that they can hide them around, which we'll talk about in a little bit, for the winter. And then we have the birds here. And these birds stay here, so they stay in our area, or in this area in the region, over winter. But some birds actually fly south. They migrate, which we're going to read about in a couple weeks. What animal is that? Anybody see? What's that one right there? That's a fox. Fox sniffed the air. Hello, fox. Are you ready for the cold weather? Tweeted the birds. My soft, silky hair keeps me warm, said Fox. So birds have feathers, squirrels have fur to keep them warm, and so does a fox. And if you've seen a fox before, they actually have very kind of fluffy fur. They're very skinny animals, and they have fur, and it doesn't look like they're fluffy, but they are pretty fluffy. But I won't be alone, said the fox. Take a peek in my den. A den is where foxes live. And what's in there? What's in there with the fox? Babies! There were 3 furry fox cubs cuddled up with their mom. We're warm and cozy and ready for winter. Yeah, so that's where the foxes hang out over the winter. So birds, some of them fly south, and some of them pad their nests so they're nice and cozy. Squirrels hide nuts and different things for themselves to eat during the winter. And they also have nests, which we're going to talk about in the next book. But did you guys see these pictures? You can see right through them. They're really cool. These books are really neat. There's ones all about different seasons too, and we have them here at the library. So that was Through the Forest in the Fall, and that was illustrated and written by Anne Pachier. So thank you very much for letting us use this book in our STEAM story time today. Since we talked about squirrels, we talked about birds and foxes and squirrels, but today we're talking about squirrels. I have another one. It's called Tales from Nature, and it's called Squirrel. Easy little title, and there's a little squirrel here, and he's like a little orange squirrel. So this book was published in 2017 by QEB Publishing, and it's a really cool story that's all about the life of a squirrel. So let's read it. Here we go. There we go. Let me position myself better. Ready? I am a squirrel. I have a big, fluffy tail. There it is. What's he holding in his hands there? Does anybody know what those are? They're pine cones. Yep, and there's a bird flying. Ah, so cozy. My cozy nest, is high up in a tree. I love to eat nuts. Yep, that looks like a little hazelnut or like a walnut. Actually, it looks like a walnut. We have a lot of walnut trees around my house, and squirrels are always hiding walnuts everywhere. We found one in between our door the other day. So many of them. In the fall, I hide my food away, ready for winter. So look, he found a little hole in the tree, and he's putting acorns and walnuts and those, I'm not sure what those are. Those could be different kinds. Yeah, seeds maybe. We have squirrels that eat the seeds from the bird feeder in our neighborhood. I love those little bugs. They look so cool. When winter comes, I know where to find something tasty to eat. So we hid them in the ground this time. Have you guys seen that before? Have you seen squirrels digging in the ground to hide things? They're putting food away for winter so that they have something to eat. Because in the winter, a lot of the plants and animals, mostly the plants, they don't have the green berries or the leaves or anything, so they have to hide stuff. They have to preserve their food. Oh, it looks like spring. When spring comes again, I jump and skip and twirl. Look at us, he's so happy. Mrs. Squirrel is very impressed. She has given birth to lots of beautiful little babies. See the babies in that nest there? Yeah, those are all the baby squirrels. So it's spring. That's when baby squirrels are usually born. Oh, and it's now summertime. It's summertime. Look how much my babies have grown. They are too quick for me. The end. All right, so that was Squirrel, published in 2017 by QEB Publishing. And both of these books are available at our library if you'd like to bring them home and borrow them. So you can read them there. Yeah, read them with your friends and your family. So this month, I just learned a couple weeks ago, is actually Squirrel Awareness Month. So if you have seen squirrels all around your neighborhood, you know that they do certain things to keep themselves safe and ready for winter. So some squirrel facts that I learned when I was looking up this day was that squirrels don't actually hibernate. Do you guys know what hibernate means? It means when animals eat lots and lots and lots of food, and then they sleep all winter. So instead of being out in the cold and the snow and the ice, they find a cozy spot and they sleep all winter. They hide all winter. I always thought squirrels hibernated, but they don't. Yeah, that's why they hide food. So they spend most of the summer months, so the spring and the summer and the fall, busy hiding stuff so that they have food for the winter because they don't sleep during the winter. Well, they do sleep, but they don't sleep all winter like bears or other animals would. Also, squirrels build nests, and they're called nests. So we always think of birds building nests, but squirrels build nests too, and that's where they can hide some of their food. That's where they have a nice cozy place to sleep and stay safe, and that's where they have babies, right? That's where they keep their little baby squirrels safe when they're born. So I have a quick little video that I'm going to show you, and this is my first time trying a video like this. So let's see, and it's actually of a squirrel eating and munching. Maybe you recognize this. Yeah, do you see him munching away right there? So he's chewing on a nut, I think. So take a peek. Is that something you've seen before? So, you know, where a squirrel kind of capture or find some nuts or seeds and they kind of like yum, 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 yum. Now take a look at that tail feather. Do you see how fluffy it is? And how fluffy their fur actually is now that this is an up-close picture? Kind of cool, eh? Yeah. Okay, so for today's craft, for our STEAM challenge, we're going to be making a mixed media piece of art about squirrels. So we're going to draw a squirrel together, and then we're going to use these things. What are these? We're going to use leaves to make its tail feather. Yeah. So what colors are squirrels? Well, squirrels that we see in our neighborhood are usually brown. So I have 3 different kinds of brown here. And I also have some other colors that I think I'm going to work into the background. So I'm going to put those over here. Actually, I'm going to move them here again. So I'm going to pick a brown, and I think these are the same brown. And you can draw along with me. Now, squirrels, we're not going to make a squirrel look exactly like we take a picture of. We're going to make it look basically what we think a squirrel would look like. So it's going to be kind of different shapes, but it's going to look kind of neat and give us lots of room to build a tail. So we're going to start with his head. So we're going to draw some straight lines. So watch this. We're going to go like this, and squirrels kind of have pointy faces, so I'm going to go like that. Okay? Next thing, let's give our squirrel some ears. Just like that. All right. Now he needs a little nose, so we can do a little curve like that and then color that in, like so. Okay. Now I'm going to make his back. So this is the back of his head, so I'm going to go down and scoop across like this. So kind of like an L shape, a little bit of a rounded L. Now I'm not going to do the front of his body yet because I'm going to do an arm first. So right here, I'm going to go like this, make it a little bit longer. I'm going to give him some pointy claws and connect it like that. All right. Now I'm going to draw his belly. So I'm going to draw a line here, but I'm going to skip over his arm and go right up like that. Okay. Let's give him a nice kind of furry, kind of warm belly there, because sometimes squirrels have lighter bellies, like white or light gray. And you know what? I'm going to do another arm here. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to do a little claw, just like that. And then we need some feet. So I'm going to draw his ankle, I guess. Pull it like this, and then give him some toes and connect. And then I'm going to draw another foot just like so. Now, if you're going to do an eye, all you have to do is make some circles. So we're going to do a bigger eye up close, just like that. And you can change the color if you like. And then I'm going to do another smaller one here, so we see 2 eyes on that squirrel. If you like as well, I didn't put a mouth on mine, but I'm going to give him a little happy mouth, just like that. And I'm going to put some details in the ears as well. So I'm just going to draw it like this today. You can color it in if you like, but I'm actually going to put some details on the ground. So I'm going to put some grass here. Maybe there's a little bit of grass, but in the fall, the grass starts to kind of die, right? Start to prepare for winter. So I'm going to put some brown. And then maybe all around, I'm going to put, oh, this red marker, poor red marker. I'm going to put a little bit of color in the background. Maybe these are some leaves around the squirrel. Just like so. So some fall colors, right? Some orange and some yellow and some red. What's another fall color? Oh, you know what? Sometimes green is in fall as well. Oh, I'm going to put a little bit of yellow here. So I'm just doing this really quickly. You can take more time with yours. Yeah, you can put as much detail. And if you do make a lovely piece of squirrel art, I would love to see them. So you can always send me an email or a picture of your creation to my email, which is listed on the side there. Okay. The cool thing about doing leaves like this is that scribbles look amazing when you're doing fall leaves like this. They all kind of work together. We know our brain turns these scribbles and these colors into a fall color tree, like some leaves or a scene. Now, this is the fun part. This is where we get to make the squirrel's tail. I'm just going to move my markers out of the way, and you're going to need some glue, just like this, and then you're going to need some leaves. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of glue on the back of a leaf. So I'm using a brush just like that. And I find that this works better with white glue, even though it takes a little bit longer to dry. And we're going to start to collage the leaves on the back of the squirrel just like that. So I'm going to build a really big tail for my squirrel using the leaves. So instead of drawing it, we're going to make it 3D. It's going to pop off the page. And this is mixed media because we're using different things, right? We're not using just marker on paper. We're using the leaves to create our picture. Now I have a red leaf. I'm not sure if I'm going to put that one in there, but I do have these ones, and I really like this. I'm not going to put the red side out. I'm going to put some glue on the red side so that this will go underneath here. And see how I tucked it under that leaf? I tucked it under the big leaf. Yeah. I'm going to put another one on here too. Now, if you do this on a giant piece of paper, think of how many leaves you'd need to go collect outside. That would look so cool. I would love to see a giant squirrel collage using leaves, just like that. And part of the project that's really fun is that you guys get to go outside and get some leaves. Get to go find some leaves. Speaking of that, this Friday, we actually have the Wild program happening. So we're going out to Niagara Shores Park, and we're going to make some bug insect hotels to help keep some of the bugs safe and cozy during the winter. So if you'd like to join us for that, it's at 10:30 on Friday. And you do need to register just so I have enough materials. But you can register on our website, and it's going to be lots of fun because we're going to go and explore and talk about bugs. Okay, so there is my squirrel collage where we made his tail out of leaves. Yeah, what do you guys think? I love it. It's a perfect way to use some fall creativity at this time. So I'm going to put that that video of the squirrel back up for a second as I rearrange my camera. Just like so you can see me, so I can say a quick goodbye. All right, let's see if that's gonna work. There he is, munching away. Yum, 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 yum. So what do you think? Did the leaves that we used kind of look like the tail of that squirrel? Kind of. Gives you the idea of a fluffy tail, right? Oh, and now it looks like my camera isn't working. So you know what? I'm going to go back to this for a second. There we go. Sometimes technology does that, right? Here we go. Okay. Well, anyway, looks like my camera stopped working. But thank you very much for joining me today for our STEAM story time. I hope that you had fun learning about squirrels. I hope you had fun. You're going to have fun creating your very own squirrel mixed media project. And I thank you all for joining us. It's lovely to see you every single week. So have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday. Hopefully I'll see some of you on Friday for the Wilds. And in the meantime, get outside, enjoy this beautiful warm weather we're having this morning, and we'll see you next Wednesday for STEAM. Okay, have a great day. Bye, everybody.